Before You Search for the Environmental Legal Research course at Boston College Law School. There is more than one way to approach most legal research problems. Before you search, think about what you need to find and where that information is likely to be. It's important to choose the research platform that contains materials of the type and subject matter that will likely provide you with the information you seek. Many primary legal materials are available on free websites as well as on subscription databases. But many secondary sources are protected by copyright and may only be available on one publisher's platform. For example, Environmental Law by William H. Rogers is on Westlaw, while the Treatise on Environmental Law by Frank P. Grad is on LexisNexis. Additionally, some databases have date-limited content. For example, the Bloomberg BNA International Environment Reporter electronically has content back to February 7, 1996, which is volume 19, issue number 3. So almost 20 years of articles are not available electronically and are only available in print. On many systems, you can run a global search without choosing which content to search, but a global search may not reach all the available content on that platform. For example, a global search on Westlaw does not search the types of information listed under specialty areas, which include dockets, directories, international materials, legislative history, litigation analytics, trial transcripts and oral arguments, and news. The Boston College Library's catalog, available from the Law Library homepage, defaults to searching across books and articles. But if you know you are looking for a book, you can choose to search just the library catalog by choosing books. Or you could search for just articles, although not every journal article we have access to will be found by this search engine. Or you can choose to search through our collection of research guides to get suggestions on what to look for and where to look for it. Once you've decided what to look for and where to look for it, you might also have options about how to search for it. Lexis, Westlaw, and Bloomberg Law offer more than one type of search engine. Plain language, sometimes called natural language, search engines do not require any special understanding of search logic. Boolean search engines, often called terms and connectors searching, give the searcher greater control over what the search engine will retrieve. Each platform will have search help or search tips that explain the options available on that platform. Not every search system treats search words the same. Each search system has its own syntax and search conventions. For example, a space between words in a terms and connector search on Westlaw is treated as an or connector, and terms must be enclosed in parentheses if you want the words treated as a phrase. On Bloomberg Law, spaces between words and terms and connector searches are treated as if the and connector were there. Lexis will treat adjacent words in a terms and connector search as a phrase, but if you put quotation marks around the phrase, it will override the automatic plural function of the search engine. Especially when you are using a system you aren't very familiar with, it can be very helpful to check system help screens to see how that system processes your search. And even though relevancy ranking on Lexis and Westlaw do a pretty good job ordering results, don't expect them to be calibrated to the specific research task you are doing at the moment. Be sure to look at a number of your search results, not just the top hits, and look at them critically. You may find it useful to reorder your results if the search engine provides that capability. Sometimes you can get better results by running a more precise search on the front end. A search of the BC Library catalog for any items that contain the terms Boston College Law Review anywhere in the record retrieves 331 records. Requiring the words Boston College Law Review to be an exact phrase brings the result down to 41, and requiring that exact phrase to be in the title brings it down to 16 records. Some types of limitations, like restricting your search to journals, are just as easily made as a refinement after the search as through a pre-search selection. But some systems will provide you with more search options if you make restrictions up front. Once you become a power searcher, you will make more use of the advanced search features. In Lexis, Westlaw, and Bloomberg Law, selecting a particular type of document to search gives you a greater choice of document fields or segments to use in constructing your search. Notice the fields available to you in a Lexis Plus case search, which include party name, court, date, number, disposition, summary, headnote, overview, outcome, attorney name, and judges. while those available in Alexis Plus Code Search include fields such as citation, publication, heading, section, rule, text, history, and unannotated. Sometimes the best way to search isn't to search at all, but to browse. This is an excerpt of the table of contents of Title 16 of the U.S. Code, Conservation, from the website of the Office of Law Revision Counsel, the people who actually compile the U.S. Code. Their website has a search engine, but sometimes it is just easier to find the sections you need scanning the table of contents. Many online treatises, like this treatise on Lexis, Brownfield's Law and Practice, have browsable and searchable tables of contents that may help you find what you are looking for faster and more efficiently than using a full-text search. Sometimes it may make more sense to browse an index than to run a word search. This is the USCA Browsable Index on Westlaw. You can search it as well as browse it. Often indexes provide superior access to information because indexes involve the intercession of human intelligence to help the researcher. Once you've decided what to look for, where to look for it, and how to look for it, you can start to think of words to look up in an index or a full-text database. Start broadly with key concepts and terms, cast a wide net to see what you retrieve, and then begin to eliminate documents that are outside your scope. In class exercises, we will sometimes have you locate a particular known document to help you learn about how a search engine operates, but in real research, don't expect to find a single case that exactly matches your fact pattern or a secondary source that will tell you all you need to know about a particular subject. Analyze your issues and look for sources that fit with one or more aspect of the particulars of your situation. The key is to think critically about your problem, choose appropriate resources to research the issue, and then be a critical consumer of whatever sources you choose to use. The best tactic is often to combine a variety of methods with a variety of resources to minimize the chance that you will miss something important and maximize your research results. After all, it isn't called one search, it's called research.